Hi everyone, welcome to Live Your Happy 365 ACM with Christian and Maria. And I figured I would do the lesson outside today. It's such a beautiful day here in Los Angeles, and I feel it's very aligned to today's lesson, which is 125. 125. In quiet, I receive God's word today. So let's just go inside, and as a symbol of commitment, of big willingness to practice this lesson today in our relationships with ourselves, in our relationships with others. We could even use the noise of the construction in the back to help us practice being in that stillness. And I just invite us to do this lesson as best we can today. And so it is. Amen. Amen, amen, amen. I did this lesson while I went for walks today. I did this lesson while I was just hanging out, maybe with Ari, or cooking, and just asking God to speak to me, to just quiet my mind, because our mind is always tiki 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 tiki. You know, it's always on fire. Está en candela, como decimos los cubanos. You know, it's just always on. So when we just meditate on this, let me be still and quiet and receive the word, God's word today. It's just, aside from listening to God's word, it's just great to just quiet our minds so that we can be more in the present moment and not in thoughts of the future and thoughts of the past. It's just very helpful. So yeah, it was very comforting. Another thing I love about this lesson is that we start to develop this intimate relationship with our true self, our true essence, and like lower the volume on that voice of fear. You know, this really helps us to strengthen that connection to God. You know, and as I was saying the day before yesterday, God just loves us so much. You know, we have such a divine connection with God that's always there. And you know, I know that it's hard sometimes because we forget. You know, we forget, and we really believe our thoughts. We really believe that something's happening. We really believe that out there is really causing us distress. And I feel that if we just come back in within that storm, in the midst of that storm, to pause. And I know it's hard because we're so in it, but just even trying is good enough. You know, we make such process. We feel that we're actually, we're not process. We feel like we're not making progress, but we are making so much progress. So when you think you're not making any progress and you're like, well, when am I going to be enlightened, or when are these lessons going to finally hit home? Just think about that. It's just, that's pushing you into the future, and that's not a fun conversation to have. You know, it's so judgmental. Instead of, the more that you judge it, the more you're not going to be enlightened. You know, the more that you're not going to feel awake when you're judging yourself because you're not awake. Instead of, when you're not judging yourself that you're not awake, you're actually becoming awake. You know, so just invite you to just tune into your true self today, to ask God to speak to you in the quiet, and see what's revealed to you. You know, I got such beautiful insights today when I asked God what is really real here. Yeah. I want to share something. I got prompted to share with you about my book, Live Your Happy. If you guys haven't heard of it, it came out in 2017. It was who helped me get the book deal was D. Patrick Miller, that actually helped Gary publish The Disappearance of the Universe. He was the original publisher of The Disappearance of the Universe, which is a very popular Course in Miracles book. And just me working with Patrick on this book, and this book is all about working the Course in Miracles in your life. It could be called living the Course in Miracles, but that's played out, right? So I called it Living Your Happy. And living your happy means living the principles of A Course in Miracles without any more compromise. without making any more exceptions, and just really living, being responsible in your life. Live not being a victim of your circumstances and what you see outside, and really having the recognition that you're not your thoughts, that you're not your false thoughts, and that you really have everything and you lack nothing. And really the release of suffering. As a student of A Course in Miracles, and later on I became a teacher, but when I was a student, and I'm still a student as you can see, I really just struggled a lot with not living the Course. And this book, Live Your Happy, it comes from such a powerful, deep, truthful space of me being able to really see what was missing. Like, why am I not living this happiness that the Course talks about? That happiness is my inheritance and happiness is my function. It's like, what? Why am I not experiencing that fully? So within the book, I share my stories. I share stories of people I've worked with. It's just really presented in such a raw, real, and radical way. So if you want a book that really kicks you in the butt and really kicks you in the gear with studying the Course, and really not just studying it, bringing it from the head to el corazón, to your heart, I really highly suggest it. Not just because it's my book, but just I've heard so many people have written me emails, especially in these times, really help them. And I've had podcasters that have interviewed me share their podcasts about the book recently, just because it's really helpful in remembering our true essence, our true identity in God. I also have a 9-week program that goes with the book. So every week we go over the book together. It's an evergreen program that I have, and I will put the link on here. So that way, if you do get the book, you can also do the 9-week program and have that help in doing the practices and having a community that does it with you, because we also have a private Facebook group and we help each other get through the practices of the book. So definitely check that out. I'll put all those links here on the description, because the book is also available on audiobook as well. So yeah, if you feel inspired, if you feel that this message touched your heart in any way, I invite you to check that out. And again, I just want to thank you all for your continued commitment and for being here for the lessons. I feel that these lessons are really transforming at least my life in so many ways. I feel that I'm just more present to my thoughts, and my commitment is just going deeper and deeper with experiencing the joy and happiness that God desires for us all. All right, everyone, have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day practicing. I can hardly see myself. It's a little dark where I'm looking at. I hope it's not dark on here. But just, yeah, let's go ahead and review real quick. The lesson is 125. In quiet, I receive God's word today. Pow, 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 bam, bam, bam. Let's do this. Have a beautiful day filled with love and light. Until next time.